This is Morris Minor Restoration Part 3. I have to get to the car. So I was trying to bleed the brakes yesterday, and I noticed that in the ad for this car, hold on. There, in the ad for this car, was like, whole parts or car, 4 parts or whole car will run. Apparently he took that 4 parts thing seriously because the center gauge is missing, the key thing is missing, but that's actually down in the passenger footwell. And what I found most interesting missing are the brake bleeder valves. It only has one. There's one there. This is one that I made yesterday, basically a bolt or a brake bleeder valve, because it's the most unusual bolt. It's like 9 millimeters or 10. It's 3/8 wide. It's 20 threads per inch. It's the most unusual thing. I just made that yesterday. So the guy sold them for parts, I'm guessing, because you can't buy them anywhere for this car. So I went to bleed the front brakes, and guess what? They're missing on both sides of the front. So I guess in this episode I'll be reattaching the hood, which actually had the holes for the hood ornament welded in for some reason, and replacing those brake bleeder nipples by making some. And then I can drive the car at least up around the yard without having fear of it not stopping. By the way, I took these tires off. Look how thin these tires are. These are like those really thick bicycle tires. This is about the size of that. These are incredibly tiny tires. And if I thought the tires were tiny, you should have seen how small the brake shoes were. I didn't get a video of it, but I did get a picture of it, just to show. This is a brake shoe from a 1949 Plymouth Special Deluxe. Look at how big that is. I'll show a picture. This is normal size. I'll show a picture of the brake shoes inside there, just to show you how small they are. They're incredibly small, but now I have to go to the lathe room so I can make 2 more of these. I'm now in the lathe room, and I have this crude drawing to go by of what the thing should look like. Okay, now I have the correct tool set up. I have to bring this piece of Teflon out, because I'm making it out of Teflon, because I'm not going to be driving it on the street right now, because I can't. Now that I brought the Teflon piece out a bit, I must face this little point off that's on it, and then turn down 850 to 3/8 or something. Hold on. 850 to 0.375 inches. Okay, so I faced that off. Now I gotta turn this down 850 to 0.375. So it's gotta go 850 down and 375 this way. So let's do that. We have to set our stop to do this. So let's put this here. One of these. Okay. Now to go to 850. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, that is 850. Let's just make sure that is correct. Sorry that the camera's not focusing, but according to that, that is about 850 around there. Let's do this. I did that wrong. I was supposed to make it a 45-degree point, so I have this thing set to 45 degrees. I'm going to make a point. Alright, I made the point, and now I got to make this 850. Okay, I got it down to 375. Almost on the dot, it's like 370, 374. Now I have to do this bit. This bit right here is smaller than that bit, so I got to make that. That bit's actually 270, so I gotta go down almost 1 full thousandth. I mean, 1 full tenth of an inch. No. I gotta go down some, not a tenth or a thousandth. Hundredth. I have to go down 100th. Okay, turn that bit down at the end here. And that is 268. That should be fine. It's only 2 thousandths off. Okay, now that that is done, I have to bring it out, part it, like over here somewhere, so that I can make this on the other side so I don't have to thread it and then take all the thread stuff away from the thread thing and set it back to this and then do the other side. It'd be easier just to do the two threads easier. Okay, there's the parting tool. I just parted it. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. Now I gotta make this on the other side. Hopefully there's enough room, because that was right at the end there. Okay, I made both sides. Now I have to set it up with this threading tool, so I can thread it at 20 threads per inch. That's that one, if it will ever focus in. So I have it set for 20 threads per inch. So let's do this. This thing has to be turned to 29.5 degrees. This thing has to be in the middle here. Then this thing has to be centered and then aligned straight with the piece with this tool. Okay, now normally when I would thread, I would normally take the bit that I'm threading for and screw it on. I can't do that because I can't take this thing out of the truck because it's a specific size. So what I did was I got the actual brake bleeder nipple, the only one left in the car, and put it in these, and it looks to be, oops, that was not supposed to happen, but it looks to be fine with that, and I threaded both sides, so let's part it off now. Okay, just parted them, just get that off right there. Let's take the thing out of the truck. Here's the key. And I dropped it down here. There it is. There we go. Now I have more brake bleeder nipples. Just checked. Let me just turn the flash on. Using that brake bleeder nipple hole and putting these two in it. So they do fit. Which is really good because I couldn't go out and measure them. They fit perfectly. So I guess now I'm going to put the hood on to end this. Wow, this has been a long video. To end this hood section because it's just ugly without the hood on. Wait, I can't put the hood on yet because I have to weld this bit to it. This bit over here is broken off. That's supposed to hold it in place while the hood prop does the work. That bit's broken off, so I gotta weld that back on and probably weld this crack right here, because that could be bad. Now I have to bleed the brakes on this thing. As you can see, I got all 4 wheels off. Okay, so I got all 4 wheels off, but there was a problem that I mentioned before. I only have 1 brake bleeder nipple. I made these 3 plugs on a lathe before, and I was in the beginning of this video making 2 of them, these 2. I just dropped one. And I have a way of doing this. You bleed 1 wheel, use it and move dog, using the bleeder nipple, and once that wheel is bled, you put in the plug. And then you go to the other side, bleeder nipple, and then once the wheel is bled, plug. Same with the front wheel, and the bleeder nipple will eventually end up on this, the driver's side front tire. And the reason I made plugs instead of getting the original bleeder nipple is you can't buy them anywhere. I mean, I tried AutoZone, and it's the only place I tried. And they didn't even have Morris in their system, which is really weird because this is they made 1.3 million of these cars.